Hello, hello. I'm just gonna give it a minute to see who hops on. Say hi when you're on, please. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Emily. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Michaela. Wow, you hop on fast. I am so excited. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Everly. Hi, Laura. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Lisa. All right, so while everyone's hopping on, you may think, hey, Marla, hey. You may be thinking you don't recognize these hands, and you're right. I am new, fairly new to the Peppi world, and I am so excited to be hosting tonight's live. And I am super excited to tell you about tonight's sale color. So tonight's sale color is Glow Getter, which is a beautiful, beautiful glow in the dark purple. And I am a huge fan of purple, and I'm so excited this is tonight's color for the sale. And if you wait till the end, I'm going to show you the glow, and the glow is amazing. So tonight's sale color is Glow Getter, and you are going to love it. It is beautiful, and the glow is outstanding. So here's what we're going to do today. It's an all purple manicure. I actually was thinking I was going to start with an ombre, and then, I just saw the colors that I was going to use, and just, how something just like calls your name, and a marble was just calling my name. So I decided to switch it up and do a marble. So we will go ahead and get into it. Wow, we're almost at 500. So thank you for watching. If we get up to 750 tonight, so share. If we get up to 750, we will give away a free Glow Getter. So if you're just joining, Glow Getter is our sale color tonight, which is a glow in the dark, dark purple, beautiful, beautiful color. Yes, Stella, Glow Getter is amazing. So let me just jump into it. So I'm going to start with Glow Getter. So I'm always going to shake up my dip powders before I use them because they do settle. And I'm also going to mix it up. When you shake it and mix it up before you use it, it just makes the powder fluffier and easier to use. And these powders are so fluffy and beautiful. I mean, look at how gorgeous Glow Getter is. It's just an amazing color. Let's see. So I'm just going to, let me make sure you can see my base bottle. I'm just going to take off the excess liquid off the sides. And what I like to do, because I don't want to flood my cuticles, is I'm going to start, and I'm going to put the brush down in the middle of my nail and work it down. And that way the most liquid is not going to be at my cuticles. And then when I've done that, I'm going to work it up towards my cuticles. And that way, because when you are applying your base, the most liquid is going to be before you touch your nail. So you want to make sure you're not putting the most amount of liquid near your cuticles or you're going to flood it. So I'm just gently working it up. And then when I've got an even layer, I will dip into the Glow Getter and I'll tap off the excess. And I've got a little toothpick here to help me clean up my cuticle line in case I got any base around my cuticle line. And you can see I did that little divot, so I can just kind of pat that in, because this is just the first layer, so that's fine. And you can see these powders are so fluffy. It didn't really affect it much. I mean, look at how beautiful that Glow Getter is. And don't forget, Glow Getter is our sale color for tonight, and it is beautiful. You want to grab it because wait till I show you the glow. You have to wait till the end, but you are going to love it. All right, and then the other finger, while my thumb is drying, I'm going to do my pinky. So I like to do one color at a time. I don't really switch up between colors. I do one color at a time, and then when I'm done with that color, I'll put it away. And I always start with my solids first because I'm one of those people where I cannot get a piece of glitter in my solid or it will drive me nuts. So I always start with my solids first, finish up my solids, activate them, and then I'll do my glitter. So same thing, I'm going to take my base bottle and just get off the excess liquid, and I'm doing it inside the bottle. I don't want to get to the base because it's sticky all over the rim, because you can glue your lid shut, which you don't want to do. So again, starting at the middle, working my way down to get off the most liquid there, and then I'll work my way up towards the cuticle so I don't flood my cuticles. The key is thin layers and not starting at your cuticle. So once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and dip, tap off the excess, and then I will clean around my cuticle, make sure I've got a clean edge. First layer of Glow Getter, and then I'm going to take my brush because my thumb is dry by now, and I'm just going to brush it off to the side so I don't leave the mess in the camera view. So I'm just brushing off the excess powder. And that's our first layer of Glow Getter. Glow Getter is the sale color for tonight, so don't forget. We are almost there. We are at 735 viewers. If we get to 750, we're going to give away a free Glow Getter. So we're almost there. All right, so I'm going to do the second layer and then the same thing. You never glowed? So the key to glows is they need to charge. They need to be in the sunlight or in a UV lamp. They need to charge in order to have a good glow. So if you, once you have your glow on, once you've put it on, go outside, let it get some good UV rays, and then you'll see some amazing glow. And the glow pigments can be a little bit denser. So before you're using the powder, make sure you're shaking it up well. Make sure you're stirring it because they can settle to the bottom because they're heavier. So you want to make sure you may not be getting enough of the glow pigments. So those are my tips to get good glow. Yes, charge out in the sun or a UV flashlight. That's exactly right. So I'm just going to clean around my cuticle. The tool, it is actually, it's a tip from Marla. I got it from Marla. It's a metal toothpick from Amazon. Okay, so I'm just getting my liquids. And I'm just going to do the second layer on my pinky. And then as I'm doing this, if you have any questions, just let me know. Happy to help answer. I meant to look into some music, but I ran out of time. Okay, so I've got my cuticles cleaned. Yes, isn't it a beautiful, beautiful color? This is tonight's sale color, Glow Getter. If you love purple, you need this color. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna leave this right here so you can look at it. So I'm just gonna brush off the excess powder. And I'm only gonna do 2 layers of the color. And then I always, for all my manis, I always encapsulate in clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I've got my clear in a separate jar. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. I didn't put a clear coat down first before the color. I actually have, I should have mentioned that, I actually have builder gel and then peel base on top. So I change out my manis quite often because I can't help myself because the colors are so pretty. So I actually use peel base. So to protect my natural nails in case my nails pop in the middle of the day, I put builder gel underneath it. So no clear, but builder gel and peel base. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Okay. So I want to clean around my cuticles. And then what I like to do is I like to pat in my clear. So I had a good layer of base so it would absorb the clear. And then I just like to pat it in a little bit. So I'm going to encapsulate my pinky as well. And these liquids are so easy to work with. They're nice and thin, and I actually really love these brushes. They fan out really well. I will say I like the toothpick because I have smaller hands. Some people, the toothpick is too small for them to hold, but that's my preference. I kind of like it better. So it's all a matter of preference on what you want to use. Sure, Melissa, I can show you a close-up of my nails. So the point of adding clear on top of my colors is that when I go to file, I don't want to lose color. So if I need to file in when I'm filing, I'll file off some of the clear, but I don't touch the color. So that's, I mean, you don't have to with colors. With glitters, you do probably want to encapsulate in clear, just because most glitters have like a silver inside. So if you have colored glitters, you don't want to affect the color of the glitter. So I always cap and clear just so I don't file into my color. So I think that's been dried. So we'll give that a brush. And then let me make sure that's dry. What I like to do with the clear is take a stiffer brush to get all the excess. So those are my nails with my natural, I guess, natural nails with peel base and builder gel. Okay, and don't forget, for those that are just joining, our sale color tonight is Glow Getter, which is this beautiful dark purple that's glow in the dark. Just wait till the end when I show you the glow. It is amazing. So I'm just gonna, before I start my marble, because I want to do everything and then I'll do my glitter last, I'm just gonna activate these colors. And I do always activate twice out of habit. Okay. The shiny on my nails is peel base. Now, when I do the marble, I actually use this French mani tray. You don't have to have a French mani tray. If you have like a paper cupcake liner, you could do it in there as well. But I'm using this French mani tray. And what I'm gonna do is, for the base of it, you always want kind of a lighter color. So I've got Glow Getter on it, but I'm gonna use Should Have Said No, which is this beautiful light gray color. And purple is my favorite color, but my second favorite color is gray. So these go, and they go so well together. So I'm going to put a little bit down at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is, let me find my cuticle pusher. I'm going to take my cuticle pusher and I'm going to use, you see the kind of veins in the marble. This is Glow Getter. So I'm going to use Glow Getter as my dark color to make the veins. And the one thing I love about marble is it's unique. These two are marble, but they're not the same. So every time you do a marble, it looks different. And that's what I love about marbling, is it's so unique and it's so different. So I'm going to take some Glow Getter and then with my cuticle pusher, I'm going to scoop up a little bit of the Glow Getter and I'm just going to tap it down in little areas. I want to make the veins. I don't want to just plop it down anywhere. So I'm just kind of strategically placing it. So I'm going to take a little bit more. And then when you think you have enough color, I'm going to take my toothpick and I'm just going to run it through to create that marbling effect. So if I want to see how it looks, I'm going to gently tap it to settle it. And so this is sort of what your marble is going to look like. I think I want a little bit more purple in there. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the Glow Getter. If you're just joining, welcome. Glow Getter is our sale color for tonight. It is this beautiful glow-in-the-dark purple. It's a must-have. So I'm going to tap it, and I think that's a good marbling consistency that I want. So I'm going to put my Glow Getter off to the side, and then we will do, I'm going to do my index and middle finger. And then again, just start at the middle and then work your way up towards the cuticle so you don't flood it. And then once I've got the base on, I'm going to lay my finger. So I'm going to turn my hand upside down and I'm going to lay my finger into the marble. And then I'll tap off the excess. And that's what the first layer is going to look like. So I will clean around the cuticle. It looks like I want a little bit more purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it down again. So you can just hit it against the table to tap it down to flatten it. And then I'm going to add a little bit more purple. just to some areas. Wow, 880. Welcome everyone. Tonight's sale color is Glow Getter, which is this beautiful purple I am using in my marble, and it glows in the dark and it is stunning. Okay, I think this is going to be a really good marble. So I'm going to work on my middle finger. So I've got my base. And I do not have steady hands, so I'm trying to keep them steady on this jar. Okay, I've got my base down, so I'm just going to turn my hand upside down and lay it flat into the marble. And then shake that off. Ooh, look at that marble. I kind of like that. I will do usually 2 layers of this. If I'm not happy with the way the second turned out, I can do a third, but we'll see how that looks. So I'm going to brush that off. Let me see, where's my solid brush? I do have separate duster brushes for solid and glitter and dark colors because I don't want to contaminate them. So that's the first pass of marble. And I love how unique they are. No two are the same. Colleen, did you get the Glow Getter? It's such a perfect color. I love it. And the glow. Ugh. Okay. So now I'm going to do a second layer. And I want more purple, especially on my index finger. I don't feel like I got enough purple on my index finger. It'd be helpful if you could see the jar, huh? I need some sound so you guys can yell at me and say, hey, we can't see. So I think right here is where I'm going to get a really great marble. I think right here is where I want to lay my finger. So get my base. Sandra, what, marbling? I love marbling because it looks super complicated, but it's just really simple and it's so unique. No two look the same. You can make it look however you want, and if you mess up, no one will ever know because it's a marble and it looks like you did it that way on purpose. And you don't have to have this tray. You can definitely use just a paper cupcake liner if you have it. This tray just happens to be what I'm using tonight. So I've got my base down, and right here is where I want to lay my color. So I'm going to turn my hand upside down and lay it into the color, and hopefully we picked up some good purple. And then, ooh, I love that. I love that kind of, I can't see it, and then it's kind of the reveal of, I love that marble. That turned out really well. I'm definitely not throwing a third coat on that one. Okay. And you can see there's not, I don't feel like there's enough marbling in this, so I'm just going to add a little bit more purple. Yes, I can keep the color afterwards because this is a French mani tray. It does have a lid, so I can keep it if I want to reuse it for later. Or, you know, if I want to, I already did my right hand, but if I want to, if I was only doing my left and I wanted to now do my right hand, I could do that. So you can save this and use it. Let's see if that's enough. So just swirl any kind of pattern you want. You don't even have to use the same pattern I'm doing. And I'm just gonna tap it to make it flat. How do we feel about that? I feel like I need to disperse the purple a little bit more. Never, never too old for glow in the dark. I say you're never too old for glow in the dark, and you're never too old for glitter. Never. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that marble. So, with that being said, you need Glow Getter. It is beautiful. I definitely need more purple, more Glow Getter in this marble on the middle finger. It doesn't have enough. But this gray is just so beautiful. I don't know, I think purple and gray just go so well together. Does anyone have any favorite color combinations that they like? I'm also a really huge fan of pink and gray. I love pink and gray together. Okay. Jennifer, the glow distracts me too. Sometimes when I forget I'm wearing a glow and I'm sleeping, I will surprise myself. I'm like, whoa, because I forget and all I see is like my fingers glowing. So I have scared myself quite a bit, I won't lie, forgetting that I'm wearing a glow. And these glow bright, let me tell you. Okay, so let me dust off and see where we are. I think we're dry. I kind of like that marble. What do you think? Would you do it? Do you like that marble? I do like pink and white as well. Blue and gray is good together too. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep that marble. So I'm just gonna go ahead and encapsulate that in clear. And same thing, it's personal preference. Not everyone caps in clear. I cap all of my manis in clear because I don't want to file away color, especially like I'm really happy with this marble and I don't want to file away any of the marble. Let me close that up before I spill it. Oh, it is Glow Getter. How did I not notice that? I think I hear it in my head and I don't really like read it. It is Glow Getter. That is funny. I was thinking it was saying Glow Getter, but it is Glow Getter. That's funny. Yes, try it, Michelle, and tag me when you do, because I would love to see your marbles. With that being said, if you're just joining, Glow Getter is our sale color for tonight, so hurry up and grab it. The sale ends when my live ends, and it is this beautiful dark purple glow color. And you are never too old for glows, and you are never too old for glitters. Because I am going to do a glitter next. I get it, Lizette. But, you know, it's harder with kids, but you have to have some you time. And a marble it looks complicated, but I find it's actually like a quicker nail art that looks like it takes more time than it actually does. So I think it's a good way to get some art in without having to take too much time. With the purple, I mixed Should Have Said No. So Should Have Said No is my base color for the marble. You generally always want to use a light color with your marble and then marble in a darker color. That way you have like the contrast. So I'm just going to dust off. Yep, so for this marble, Should Have Said No and Glow Getter. Glow Getter is our sale color for tonight, and it is beautiful. I think we are dry, so I'm going to take my stiff brush. And I always use the stiff brush to get out any excess dust of the clear, and that way my mani doesn't get cloudy, because I really want to see that marble. And I'm going to go ahead and activate those, and then we will move on to the glitter. Hey, Cam. And you really don't see the true beauty of it until you put on that top coat. That's when it really pops. But I'm actually really happy with the way this marble looks. There we go. So if you're just joining, I actually like to do one color at a time and solids first. I'm one of those, I don't like glitter to get in my solids or else it will drive me nuts. So I will do my solid colors, I'll cap them in clear, I'll activate them, and then I'll do my glitter, encapsulate that in clear, activate, and then I'll file and everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my glitter is Summertime Sadness. And of course, it's purple and it is beautiful. That's what I have on my ring finger. And look at that glitter. I don't know. Is there such thing as too much purple? Not to me, but look at how beautiful that glitter is. I gasped when I saw this color. Yes, you do. So when you're activating, you wait 2 minutes, and that's just for it to harden before you can file. And then once you're done filing, you'll activate, wait 2 minutes, and then you can do your top coat. But really the first activator is just to harden it enough to where you can file. So it's okay if it stays on longer. But really when it gets to that second layer of activator after you filed and buffed, where you really want to make sure you have the timing down so that your top coat will dry. Kylie, Summertime Sadness is one of your top favorite colors. Yes, it is gorgeous. So what I do with glitters is I take the jar and I actually tap it and that actually brings the glitters up to the surface, because I like an even coverage of glitter, and sometimes they'll be heavier and sometimes they can sink to the bottom. So tapping it actually brings the glitter to the top. So if you don't feel like your glitter is glittery enough, just keep tapping it and it'll start rising to the top. So and then I'm just going to lay my finger in the glitter. I don't actually dip in glitter, I lay, and that way I can get maximum glitter. So Ashley, I am newer to the Peppi world. I am Ginny Smith, and I am so excited to be here to be guest hosting for you tonight. So yeah, I know you probably don't recognize me, but I'm the guest host. And I'm being a little bit messy. Look at that glitter. This would be absolutely beautiful sugared. If you're just joining, sale color tonight is Glow Gitter, which is the purple glow that I'm wearing on my thumb. Okay, let me find my glitter brush. I'll just make a mess everywhere, that's fine. I will clean that up. And I'm going to do a second layer. I definitely want to, because I'm using glitter, anytime I put my brush back in the bottle, I want to make sure to wipe it off so I'm not getting glitter all in my bottle. Quick tap, lay your finger down in the glitter. Yay, Sally! You're gonna love Glow Gitter. I was so excited when Tiffany told me that that was the sale color. I couldn't wait to tell everyone. Okay. So I think we have good coverage with the 2, because I don't want my nails to be too thick. I would be okay with 3 though, because Peppi's base is thinner and I've been using thin layers. So this purple glitter is Summertime Sadness. And then for the marble, I've got Should Have Said No, which is the light gray color, and Glow Gitter, which is the glow purple color, which is the sale color for tonight. Okay, I think that's dry. Let me go ahead and brush off the excess. And then I'm going to cap that in clear. Because I want to protect my glitters from my filing. I don't want to file away any of those gorgeous, gorgeous glitters. It's going to clean around my cuticle, make sure I've got some clean cuticle lines. And then I like to press down my clear. Ooh, Lee, I bet that would be a beautiful Galaxy Glow Gitter, and he blew my mind. Ooh, that's going to be beautiful. Okay, I think that's dry. Yes, so sugaring is where you don't top coat it. So after you activate it, you just leave it as that raw glitter look, and it's just beautiful. So if I didn't cap and clear, how I had it before, I didn't cap and clear, I would have just activated it and left it as is. And then you can really see kind of the glittery, raw glitter look. So you can't be sensitive to texture because it is textured. I love the look of sugaring, but it kind of bothers me. The texture bothers me. I am sensitive to textures, so I don't sugar very often, even though it looks gorgeous. So I'm just taking a stiffer brush and getting all that excess clear off. So Cindy, technically you can marble with glitter, but glitter, as you can see by my mess, gets everywhere. And that's why I do my solids before I do my glitter, is glitter has a mind of its own and it flies everywhere. So it's hard to marble with glitter without getting glitter everywhere because it's just gonna go all over your marbling rather than just in specific places. So once you try to mix it, it's just gonna get everywhere. So you could try, but it's gonna be really difficult to control the glitter. Hey, Jen. Okay. So now we're all activated. I've got glow getter on my thumb and pinky. I've got the marble of Should Have Said No and glow getter on my index and middle, and then the Summertime Sadness glitter on my ring finger, because you can never have enough purple. Yes, Jamie, the purple glitter is Summertime Sadness. That's not it. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so what I'm gonna do before I put away my base is just to make sure, I was pretty careful, but I don't want to glue my bottle shut just in case. So I always like to give it a good wipe before I put it away. And then another tip is after you wipe it down, if you have some cuticle oil, just run it around the rim and that'll also help. So if you have problems with sealing bottles shut, I always do this just to be extra sure that I don't seal them shut. Then you can close it up and your bottle will stay all right. Let me clean up some of my glitter so you don't have to stare at my big fat mess. And then we'll start filing. So I wiped it with, I actually have lint-free wipes. So you can get them on Amazon, just search lint-free wipes. And these are really good for when you're applying your top coat, you want to wipe your brush on a lint-free wipe. So that's what this is. You can just search Amazon and there's a bunch of options for lint-free wipes. Okay, so when you can hear that clicking, which, you know, it's been more than 2 minutes since I activated, you know that it's hard enough for you to start filing. You always want to make sure it's hard enough for you to start filing because you don't want to file away your color. So I'm just going to take my e-file and I'm going to go really slow because I don't know how this is going to go live. And I usually file in my face. So I'm just going to take my e-file and go around my cuticles to clean up my line a little bit. And then I'll take my regular file, my hand file, and kind of contour and fix up my shape. But I like to start with cleaning up my cuticle area with my e-file. Definitely not required. If you're more comfortable with a hand file, you can definitely do that with a hand file. And these powders are actually so smooth, I actually don't need to do a lot of filing. I think this drill bit is a fine. It's either a fine or medium. I believe this is the fine one though. Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you, but I can't not watch my hands when I'm filing them, so I can't see the comments. The nails are already pretty smooth. These powders are really easy to work with. I nicked myself a little bit. What else is new? And that's why I go really slowly, just to make sure it's not a race, and I would rather not hurt myself. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand file. I've got a 100-180 grit file, and I'm going to take the 100 side and just work on my shape a little bit. So I'm just going to file down my sidewalls. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, I think, you know, I was afraid to use an e-file at first. I still go really slowly. Just go really slow. Be very careful. I mean, sometimes a hand file can hurt you more than the e-file. Hand files can be really sharp. So I'm just going around my cuticle, and I'm just going to smooth out the top. I usually use a dust collector, but it's pretty loud, so I didn't want you to not be able to hear me and just hear that loud thing. So it's gonna be a little dusty in here. Okay. Just gonna file along my sidewalls, clean up the ends. And I do file quite a bit, which is where my clear capping helps. I'm not going to file into any of my colors. Like, I'm really happy with the way this marble turned out, and I would hate to file it away and just have like gray or purple. Yeah, Peppi has beautiful glitters, I agree. All right, so tell me, who got Glow Getter? Who got this beautiful glow-in-the-dark color? Take advantage while it's on sale tonight, because it is beautiful and you will regret not having it. Just don't scare yourself when you're sleeping, because I have done that. And I usually do some kind of glow-in-the-dark polish on my toes, so I'm like extra glowy at night. Just want to make sure, clean up my edge. Katie, yes, you are gonna love it. Lisa, you already have it? Do you love it? You got all three colors. Ooh, are you going to do a marble with it, Leslie? What are you going to do with the three colors? They would make, I mean, I was going to do an ombre. They were going to make a very beautiful ombre as well, but I just couldn't help myself. I haven't done a marble in a really long time, and I just felt like it was calling my name. So I'm just cleaning up my edges. So for chunky glitter colors, they are trickier to work with. I suggest for your first layer, you don't want to pick up as many of the chunky pieces. So for the first layer, what you can do is you can either take a cupcake liner or whatever you have and pour over the glitter. And once you pour over, a lot of the chunky glitters aren't going to stick. You're going to get like the finer powder, the finer glitter, if there's any like finer glitter particles in there. So you're not going to get any of the chunky glitters. So the first layer, I suggest that you have it just a thin layer, or you could just dip your finger in, because you're not going to pick up the colors when the chunky glitters when you dip it in. Or and then your second layer is when I would do what I did of tapping the jar so that the glitters come to the surface. So you want to bring all the chunky glitters to the surface, and then you're going to lay your finger in it, and you're going to pick, when you lay it in it, you're going to get the chunky glitters. And then take, like, if you don't want the glitter, the base or anything sticking to your finger, you can take a plastic baggie, and lay down the glitters. So that's my suggestion when you're working with the chunkier glitters. I'm just wiping my finger because I nicked it a little bit. You're welcome. I love, chunky glitters are difficult to work with, but I love them. I can't stay away from them. I can't help myself. They're just so pretty that I'm going to find a way to work with them. And so that's what I found works best, because you don't want it lumpy. You don't want it super thick. So go for that dip or pour over for the first layer, and then go for the chunky bits for your second. And that way your layers aren't too thick. Okay, so I'm all covered in dust. So I'm just gonna take another lint-free wipe, and I've got my alcohol in a little pump, and I'm just gonna clean up the dust. Look at Glow Getter. Look at how beautiful that is. Ooh, I am thrilled with this marble. Look at that. I have got dust everywhere. And Glow Getter is a darker color, but it doesn't stain. So you can see there isn't any staining. If you do get any staining with any dark colors, alcohol will help with that. Yeah, if you're newer to dipping, I suggest shimmers, finer glitters. Don't start with the chunky glitters because they can be hard to manage. Okay, so I've cleaned away the dust. And what I like to do, because I'm picky, is what I like for clean cuticle lines is I like to use a metal file because it's thinner and it can get really around the cuticles. So I just like to go in there and just clean up my cuticle line one more time. Yes, it's just alcohol I'm cleaning my nails with. I can't get up right now, but sometimes I'll just wash my hands with water to get off all the dust, but I didn't want to leave you guys, so I just took a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and just cleaned off the dust. Okay. Just in case I did any more dust, I'm just going to clean it with some alcohol. Yes, I love a metal file. And then these powders were super smooth, and I feel like that's all I need to do. But if you feel like I've got a buffer that I could have used, but I feel like these are smooth enough that I don't need to use a buffer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, once you're done filing and you're happy with that, you're gonna activate. Yes, Francis, so I actually did use Glow Getter in my marble. So the purple in my marble is Glow Getter, and then the gray is, should have said no. So absolutely, and when you see, after I'm done, I'm gonna show you the glow, and even the marble glows, and it is so cool. So once I've filed and buffed, and I'm all clean, I'm gonna activate. And this activator, you wanna wait 2 minutes, and then you'll do your top coat. So let's see. I'm going to turn on my timer. So I'm about to top coat, so if you haven't yet, Glow Getter is our sale color for tonight. That's what I have on my thumb and pinky, and then that is the purple in my marble on my right hand. Thank you, Hope. Thanks, Dee. You're amazing. I just love, I mean, these are so easy to work with. I'm just really loving, and yes, my my right hand and my left hand have different shapes. I'm experimenting with what shape I like for my nails. So I've got a little bit of a coffin going on here, and I've got a square going on here, and I can't decide what I like better. Am I the only one? Let's see. I've got 1 more minute left. So what you'll do is I am going to take a lint-free wipe. And then once the 2 minutes are up, I'm going to wipe my nails with the lint-free wipe to get off any excess activator. And then for the top coat, we're going to do one quick layer on all the nails. So 2 to 3 swipes at most on each nail, because you don't want to contaminate your top coat with your activator. So each time, wipe your brush on a lint-free wipe, and then once you've done all 5 nails, you'll go back in, and then you can do your final layer of top coat where you can take your time. I'm glad this was helpful. Coffin is your favorite? Yeah, I think I'm liking the coffin, but the longer it gets, the harder it is to type. Okay. So that is 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe my nails to get off any excess activator. Yes, I experimented a little bit with almond shape, and I really loved that too, but I kept stabbing myself. So Lori, if your Glow Getter doesn't glow, it could be a couple things. For glow colors, you always want to make sure they're charged. So take your hand out in the sun, put it in a UV LED lamp, put it in an LED light to charge the glow, and that should help the glow. Or it could be the glow powders, the glow particles are heavier, so they could sink to the bottom. So what you can do is, before you use the color, shake it really well. Like really well, stir it up, make sure that glow powder is mixed in with your color pigments, and that could help as well. So I'm going to take a fresh, clean, lint-free wipe, and we're going to do 2 to 3 quick strokes of top coat. And then wipe before you put it back in the bottle. So once you've done all 5 fingers, you can see that it's drying. It's a little duller, so that's when you know you can go in and do your second coat. And when you're doing your second coat, you always want to make sure you're capping your free edge. So I'm just going to make sure I've got a nice even layer. Look at that shine. This Peppi shine is beautiful. And these liquids are super easy to use. If you're a beginner, they're very friendly to use. Beautiful shine, easy to use. I do recommend them. Cap my edge. If you get streaking in your top coat, what you can do is once it dries, you can buff off your top coat if you're not happy with it. Apply activator, wait your 2 minutes, and then apply your top coat again. So you can easily buff it off and start over. Just make sure you have that activator before you apply it, because it's the activator that's going to help your top coat dry. And you don't have to, but I always wipe my brush after every stroke for top coat. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my brush off to the side. I don't want to mess up my hand. I'm going to take a lint-free wipe and wipe around it, just in case. And then I'll take my cuticle oil, rub a little bit around the threads, and that'll help not, so you don't seal it shut. So, am I dry? Yep, we're dry. So I'm just going to take that cuticle oil, rehydrate my cuticles after the filing. Now comes the fun part. Wait till you see this glow. Before I show, because I've got a UV lamp next to me, before I show you the glow, don't forget, grab your glow glitter when you can, because it is beautiful. So glow glitter on my thumb and pinky, summertime sadness glitter on my ring finger, and then this is Should Have Said No marbled with the glow glitter. What do you think of that marble? Okay. Are we ready? Wait for it. I have to turn off my light too so you can see the glow. I think you'll be able to see it with just my room light and not my vanity light. But wait for it. You are going to love this. All right, you ready? Wait for it. Look at that glow. Mind blown. So I just charged this in my LED light, and look at the glow of glow glitter. Do you see the marble? You can see where I put glow glitter in the marble, just glowing. How awesome is that? Yeah, Victoria, you can find me. I'm Purplicious Dips on Instagram, because, you know, I have purple's my favorite color. All right. So regular light, that glow is just amazing. So if you have problems with the glow, don't forget, make sure you're charging it in either in the sunlight for a while, or you can charge it in an LED UV lamp. You can make sure that you're mixing it really well, shaking it really well, mixing it really well to make sure the glow pigment is being mixed in with your color pigment. Let me know if you get glow glitter, because it is beautiful. Any other questions before I hop off? I hope that was helpful to you. And then if you try a marble, let me know. I would love to see your marbles. Do you see how like no marble is the same? They're all different. Any questions before I hop off? Thank you for watching me. And, this was my first live on Peppi. I'm very excited to be able to guest host tonight. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And then I will give away, yes, I will go back after this and I'm going to post a winner after this. I haven't forgot about the giveaway. I know we reached well over 750, which just blows my mind. So thank you so much. I hope everyone has a great night. Bye.